Hello, class 7. This is your chapter number 15, active and passive voice. As I told you to go through all the tenses like past, present, and future, because in this chapter you will see all tense are used. So that is why I told you all to go through that chapters thoroughly. Uh, Now let's start this chapter and see what is active and passive voice. Now read these following sentences. The magician took his hat, he kept it on the table, he pulled out a rabbit, the children clapped loudly. So in all these sentences, if you see the first one, that is the magician took his hat. In the second sentence, he kept it on the table. In the third sentence, he pulled out a rabbit. And in the fourth, the children clapped loudly. So you can see the subject. What is the subject? Subjects are in bold letters. You can see in the first one, it is the magician. Second, third, he. And third, the children. So you can see the subjects are the doer of the action. Alright. So all these sentences are in active voice because the subject is the doer of the action. So when the subject of a verb is the doer of an action, the verb is said to be in active voice. Alright. See the examples that is given here. The elephants ate the bananas. Nina typed the application. Again, here the elephant and in example B, Nina, both are the subjects and they are the doer of an they are the subject and they are doing an action. All right. Now let us see some more examples. A hat was taken by the magician. It was kept on the table by him. A rabbit was pulled out. Here, the subject is not the doer of the action. That is the hat, it, a rabbit. You can see. So these are in passive voice. And the verbs here are was taken, was kept, and was pulled. So here, remember the subject is not the doer of the action. Where is the subject gone? You can see there the action was done by the subject. But here it is not. Alright. So when the sentence is written in this form, they are called in passive voice. Now, a verb is in passive voice when it tells us what is done to a person or thing. What is done to a person or thing. So now see the example when a hat was taken by the magician. So now you can understand what happened to this. What has happened to the thing? Hat. A hat was taken out. Alright. The subject is the receiver of the action. Now the subject is the receiver. He or she receives it. Alright. So in passive voice, the action is done. The subject is the receiver of the action, and a verb is said to be in passive voice when it tells us what is done to the person or the thing. Now, and in passive voice, what happens? When the subject is of the verb is the doer of the action, or it's doing the action. Now let's see this exercise A and find out whether they are in active or in passive voice. You have to underline the verb also. See the first one, the king crowned the prince as his successor. So here it is in active voice. Subject is the king. Alright, and verb is crowned. Now see the second one, your mother teaches science. Teaches is your verb. Again it is in active voice. Third, people elected him as their representative. Elected is your verb. It is again in active voice. See the fourth one. The sheep was chased by the wolf. Was chased is your verb, and it is in passive voice. See one thing, remember in passive voice, most of the time you will find by word you will find always. Usually you will find by in passive voice. So this is also a way to find out it is in passive voice or active voice. Alright, student. Now see the fifth one. Grandma narrated a story. Narrated is your verb. It is in active voice. 6. The children loved Jawaharlal Nehru. Loved is your verb. Again, it is in active voice. 7. Penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming. It is in passive voice. Was discovered is your verb. See the 8th one. The song was composed by A.R. Rahman. Was composed is your verb. It is in passive voice. Now see this feature page. This is important. Please go through this page. See the first one. While changing a sentence from the active to passive voice, the following points have to be kept in mind. Now let's see what are the points that have to be kept in mind when we are changing a sentence from active to passive voice. Alright, now see, the object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. This is what we have seen. Now see with this example, the chimpanzee is eating a banana. Now here this is the object. Here it becomes your subject. Can you see it? Okay. So what is the answer in passive voice? A banana is being eaten by the chimpanzee. Chimpanzee. And you can see the subject, whatever was the subject in active, that becomes the object, and what was the object, it became the subject in passive voice. Alright, and the verb is changed according to the tense. There's a rule for it, and when we'll go through it, you will understand. Alright, and you can see by preposition is there. Okay, then now the second point is the subject of the verb in the active voice is expressed as by plus agent in the past. It becomes a prepositional phrase in the passive voice. See, if it is like this, Raman drew a picture. What will be in passive? A picture was drawn by Raman. See, by is used, and there are certain rules which we will study. Don't get worried. We will study them according to the tense. You will get to know what is used when a sentence in active voice changes into passive voice. Okay. Now see, in active voice, if I is written, then in passive voice it will become me. We becomes us. He becomes him. She becomes her. They becomes them. You becomes you. It remains it. Alright. So this was all in this page that you have to see. Now let's see the next page. Alright. Now this exercise is very interesting, and let's do this exercise and then we will see what was the answer. I will tell you in oral form first, then I will show you in written form. See the first question. First of all, you have to change these active into passive voice, and you have to refer to the table of pronoun to change it. He sold the house. First of all, remember, he is changed into him according to that pronoun table. You can refer it again. Alright. Then the subject becomes the object, and the object becomes the subject. So what is the object here? The house. So what will be the answer? The house was sold by him. He becomes him. Are you able to understand it? Alright. Then second, she caught the butterfly. She becomes her, and the object is the butterfly. Now it becomes the subject. So let's start with the butterfly. What will be the answer? The butterfly was caught by her. Are you getting it? See the third, you packed the bag. You remains you. According to that pronoun table, the bag is your object. It becomes the subject. The bag was packed by you. Okay. Then see the fourth one. They are constructing a new bridge. They becomes them. Okay. Now let's start with a new bridge. A new bridge is being constructed by them. Fifth, she is washing clothes. She becomes her. Let's start with clothes. Clothes are being washed by her. Don't get confused why after clothes are we are using and here is used. You can understand it. She is singular, so with that we have used is. Clothes is plural, so with that we have used are. So the answer is clothes are being washed by her. Then see the sixth one. They are painting the fence. The fence is being painted by them. Yes. Seventh, she broke the vase. The vase was broken by her. Eighth, I embroidered a sari. A sari was embroidered by me. Understood it? Alright, now I will show you the answers of this exercise in written form. If you have missed something, just pause it and write the answers. Alright, now you can see this exercise B. Pause it for some time and write the correct answer. Don't make any mistake. These will come in your exam. Alright, students? Okay, let's move further. Alright, now let's see these features. What happens when a transitive verb has two objects, direct and indirect object, then either of the object can become the subject. Okay, and these are called ditransitive verb. Ditransitive means two verbs. Alright, di means two, and a transitive verb has two objects here. So see this example. Suman gave her a book. Here you can see gave what? A book. This is your direct object, and gave a book to her. This is your indirect object. I hope you remember this verb, direct and indirect object also. Alright, so now you have two objects. So these can be this sentence can be written in two forms. What are the answer? First, let's start with a book. So what will be the answer? A book was given to her by Suman. This will be the first way to write the answer, and then you can write with her. So her becomes she. She was given a book by Suman. Alright. So, but B1, that is the a book was given to her by Suman, is more common. First is not too common, but both are correct. You can, if you want, you can write in either way. Now see this exercise C. Change the sentences into passive voice and give two passive forms of sentence 2 and 3. So in this 2 and 3, you have to give two form. Otherwise, just give one passive form. See the first one. They compelled Raman to leave the house. What will be the answer? Raman was compelled by them to leave the house. Second, mother presented a purse to me. So you can see there are two objects. That is why we have to write in two form. First will be a purse was presented to me by mother. Second, I was presented a purse by mother. Third, Miss Nalini teaches us English. What will be the answer? We are taught English by Miss Nalini. And second form, English is taught to us by Miss Nalini. Then fourth, Rama has drawn this cartoon for me. This cartoon has been drawn by Rama for me. Then fifth, he compelled her to attend the function. She was compelled by him to attend the function. Alright. Now let's see the answers of this exercise C again. See this exercise C. Write it properly. Again, I'm telling you, these will come in your exam. So just write all the answers correctly. Alright, so the next topic is subject verb agreement in active and passive voice. I hope you all remember what is subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement means the subject and a verb should agree with each other. Means if the subject is in plural, then verb should be in plural form. If subject is singular, verb singular. So remember these things. Okay. Now see this example. The gown was stitched by the tailor. The gowns were stitched by the tailor. So you can see here the subject is singular. So here we have used was. Here gowns plural. That is why we have used were. Alright. Okay. So just remember all these things. Okay. When a long phrase is used and in interchange, then especially remember, like see this example, all the children planted trees. Trees were planted by all the children. Then second example, Nitesh ate a lot of cookies. A lot of cookies were eaten by Nitish. So you can see we have changed these long phrases, and subject verb agreement also we have to see everywhere. Alright. Now let's see verbs and prepositions. Verbs in the active voice that are followed by preposition retain them when they are changed into passive voice. See, they laughed at the clown. The clown was laughed at by them. So you can see it retained there. All right. Then see here, grandma bakes a chocolate truffle cake every week. A chocolate truffle cake is baked by grandma every week. Okay. Now we have used this word bake and it is written in all the forms. This table is very, very important. According to this only we will change verb everywhere. So remember this table. All right. See, if it is in, if the sentence, the active voice is given in simple present, means the verb is either in bake or bakes form, then passive voices is or are baked. Okay. If it is in present continuous tense, you can understand it how, by seeing is baking or are baking. And if it has to be changed into passive voice, how it will be changed, is or are being baked. In all the continuous form, being is used. In future, see, the perfect continuous tense of all the three doesn't exist, means they don't have any passive voice, and future continuous also has no passive voice. Now see the third one, present perfect, has, have, baked. You know how to find it is in which tense. Then if it has to be changed into passive voice, has, have been baked. One word is extra added. Then I told you present perfect, perfect continuous tense of all the three tense is not there, means they don't have any passive voice, so just leave it. See simple past, baked, it becomes were, was, baked. Past continuous, was, were, baking, and passive voice of it will be was, were, being baked. Past perfect, has, had baked, had been baked in passive voice. Then again past perfect continuous doesn't have any passive voice. Next simple future, will bake, will be baked. Future continuous doesn't have passive voice. Future perfect, will have baked, will have been baked. All right. If you just see it's not tough. If you just see, there's you'll find easily how to change it. Okay. Now let's start with this simple present. See, she decorates the house during festival. Decorates, by verb you can understand that it is in simple present tense. Now change it into passive voice. The house is decorated by her during festival. Now you have to see many things. First of all, verb, how it is changed. Then the pronouns, she becomes her, that also. And of course you have to see subject verb agreement everywhere. So you, three things you have to see everywhere. Then B, does he wish you on your birthday? Are you wished on your birthday by him? C, who sings devotional songs? By whom are the devotional songs sung? Or you can write who are the devotional songs sung by. Alright. Now see, this exercise D is very easy. You just have to fill the passive form and passive form of the verb. The patient is admitted to the ICU after the doctor's recommendation. Third, the guests are expected to reach the venue on time. Fourth, all the doors are locked at night. Fifth, by whom is the vegetable biryani prepared? Now see this exercise E. It is given in your simple present tense and you have to change it into passive voice. See the first one. Derek O'Brien conducts a quiz for the children of our school once every month. What will be the answer? A quiz by Derek O'Brien is conducted for the children of our school once every month. Okay. Second, does the doctor give you strong medicines? Are you given strong medicines by the doctor? Then third, who plays the Casio? What will be the answer? By whom is the Casio played? The chef cooks exotic dishes every day. Exotic dishes are cooked by the chef every day. Fifth, the teacher encourages children to perform well. Children are encouraged by the teacher to perform well. Now see this exercise E in written form. If you have missed something, write it properly. All right. Now you have present continuous tense. If you remember, what extra word is added when we change it into passive voice? Being. Okay. And rest things you have to see according to the subject and all those things. See the first one. Children are reading books in the library. Books are being read by the children in the library. B. Why is she plucking flowers? Why are flowers being plucked by her? Then again, see, are you reading a novel? Is a novel being read by you? See what happens if it is an active passive active voice. It is are am plus ing form of the verb. This is the way we write present continuous tense. And if we have to change into passive voice, what will be the answer? Is are am plus being plus past participle form of the verb. All right. Now let's see this exercise F. You have to change the sentence from active to passive. See the first one. A company is launching a new project. I hope you can understand is launching is there. It means it is in present continuous tense. Now what will be the answer? A new project is being launched by the company. Then second, are you preparing vegetable soup for dinner? What will be the answer? Is vegetable soup being prepared by you for dinner? Then third, why is she hitting the dog? What will be the answer? Why is the dog being hit by her? Fourth, the principal is explaining the new rules to the students. What will be the answer? The new rules are being explained by the principal to the students. Then fifth, she is checking the papers. The papers are being checked by her. All right. I hope this is clear. Then next is, I'll show you the answers in written of F and G together. Okay. Now, see this next, that is present perfect. You know, had plus a past participle form, if it is there, then it means, has plus past participle form of the verb. Then it is your present perfect. I hope you remember this. Then if you have to change it into passive voice, what will be the answer? Has, have plus been. One thing extra that is added here is been plus past participle form of the verb. So now see this exercise G quickly. Change the following sentence from active to passive voice. See the first one. That car has hit an old man. You can see has hit. It means it is in present perfect. What will be the answer? An old man has been hit by that car. Second, the principal has appointed him the head boy. What will be the answer? He has been appointed the head boy by the principal. Then third, has he told you the real story? Has the real story been told to you by him? Fourth, the gardener has pruned the bushes. The bushes have been pruned by the gardener. Then fifth, who scattered the garbage here? By whom was the garbage scattered here? Alright, past, simple past and the rest we will cover in the next video. Now I will show you the answers of exercise F and G. Write it again, I'm telling you, write all the answers properly and clearly. As you know, your paper is objective as well. See your exercise F and G's answer. Write it correctly. Don't make any mistake. Alright, students. Alright, so let's finish this video here. In the next video, we will try to complete this chapter. Bye and take care.